Hey guys, today we talk about Elon Musk agreed to pay $44 billion for Twitter. But first subscribe to our channel. Elon Musk has agreed to buy Twitter for $44 billion in a deal that will give the world's richest man control of a social media platform with over 200 million users. The sale will place Tesla's CEO in charge of a company he has frequently blasted for failing to live up to its potential as a free speech platform. Following a tumultuous few weeks of uncertainty over Twitter's future, which was sparked by Musk's emergence as the platform's largest single shareholder on April 4, the deal was announced on Monday. On April 14, he announced a takeover attempt for all of Twitter's shares, asking $54.20 per share. At first, Twitter's board of directors appeared to be against it, imposing a poison pill anti-takeover policy that could have made a takeover attempt prohibitively expensive. After Musk disclosed a finance plan for the deal, comprising $21 billion of his own money, as well as loan funding from Morgan Stanley and other financial institutions, and shareholders warmed up to it, its initial reluctance to support a transaction seemed to disappear. Free speech is the bedrock of a functioning democracy, and Twitter is the digital town square where matters vital to the future of humanity are debated, Musk said in a statement posted to Twitter. Twitter has tremendous potential, I look forward to working with the company and users to unlock it, he added. The acquisition was approved by Twitter's board of directors unanimously, and it was scheduled to close in 2022, pending regulatory and shareholder approval. On the platform, there are 217 million daily active users. Twitter has a purpose and relevance that impacts the entire world, Twitter's chief executive, Parag Agrawal, said in a tweet confirming the sale. Deeply proud of our teams and inspired by the work that has never been more important. Employees at Twitter were taken aback by Musk's surprise and controversial acquisition. Agrawal informed employees at an all-hands meeting on Monday that the social network's future direction was uncertain following the announcement of the takeover. Once the deal closes, we don't know which direction the platform will go, Agrawal said. Musk will join Twitter staff for a question and answer session at a later date, the company told employees. The company, which began operations in 2006, currently has a market worth of almost $40 billion. In November 2021, company co-founder Jack Dorsey stepped down as CEO, handing up the reins to Agrawal, the company's previous chief technology officer. Musk, who has 83 million Twitter followers, is an avid user of the platform and has indicated interest in purchasing the company as early as 2017. He believes that Twitter should be spun off into a private company in order to win user trust and better satisfy the societal imperative of free speech. I hope that even my worst critics remain on Twitter, because that is what free speech means, he tweeted on Monday. Although Musk has proposed a number of changes in recent weeks, it is unclear how he will restructure Tesla. They include relaxing content restrictions, deleting fraudulent and automated accounts from the network, and abandoning the ad-based revenue model. Elaborating on his goals, Musk added on Monday that he wanted to make Twitter better than ever by enhancing the product with new features, making the algorithms open source to increase trust, defeating the spam bots, and authenticating all humans. Because Musk's other major business interests, Tesla, an electric vehicle firm, SpaceX rockets, and The Boring Company, a tunneling company, aren't in direct rivalry with Twitter, the acquisition is unlikely to be scrutinized by U.S. competition authorities. Given Twitter's significance as an information source and Musk's attitude on free speech, it is likely to elicit responses from politicians and political groups. The purchase also comes amid growing criticism of big tech's dominance, highlighting wealthy C.E.O.'s capacity to dominate platforms used by millions of people. No matter who owns or runs Twitter, the president has long been concerned about the power of large social media platforms, the White House spokeswoman Jen Psaki commented on the purchase on Monday. Senator Elizabeth Warren called the deal dangerous for our democracy. Billionaires like Elon Musk play by a different set of rules than everyone else, accumulating power for their own gain, she tweeted. Rebecca Allensworth, professor of law at Vanderbilt University, said the deal was troubling. There is something deeply troubling about a privately held company holding the power Twitter does over public speech, especially if Twitter will be controlled by someone with as idiosyncratic views about speech as Musk. American free speech law is essentially just the First Amendment, which only constrains government actors, not a company like Twitter or a person like Elon Musk, she said. Musk's reintroduction of high-profile accounts previously banned for violating community norms, including as Donald Trump's, has aroused conjecture. Trump was permanently banned from Twitter in 2021 after using the platform to incite violence in the U.S. Capitol. After the deal was announced, the NAACP released a statement that urged Musk not to allow the 45th president back onto the platform. Disinformation, misinformation and hate speech have no place on Twitter, the civil rights organization said in a statement. Do not allow 45 to return to the platform. Do not allow Twitter to become a petri dish for hate speech, or falsehoods that subvert our democracy. Trump has so far said he would not return to Twitter if his account were reinstated, telling Fox News on Monday, "I hope Elon buys Twitter because he'll make improvements to it and he is a good man, but I'm going to be staying on Truth," a reference to his own startup Truth Social. Suzanne Nossel, the CEO of PEN America, a nonprofit that works to safeguard freedom of expression in the United States and a member of the Facebook Oversight Board, advised Musk against engaging in a dream of removing moderation restrictions. Elon Musk will learn the same lesson about self-governing social media as he has about self-driving vehicles, which is that they unavoidably crash. Musk is right that our current systems of content moderation are biased and flawed, but the idea that the rules can be swept away wholesale is fallacy, Nossel said. Musk is the world's wealthiest person, according to Forbes, with a net worth of about $279 billion. He began amassing his fortune when he sold Zip2, an online mapping and commercial directory, for $307 million in 1999. He leveraged his stake in PayPal to start the company, which was sold to eBay in 2002 for $1.5 billion. After learning that NASA's interplanetary mission was being hampered by funding constraints, Musk founded Space Exploration Technologies, or SpaceX, the following year. The company eventually developed cost-effective reusable rockets. Musk was approached in 2004 about investing in Tesla, which at the time was a startup seeking to build an electric automobile. He subsequently rose to become the company's CEO, guiding it to become the world's most valuable maker and largest seller of electric vehicles. On Monday, Twitter's shares jumped 5% to $51.50 per share following the announcement of the sale.